Live. Alright guys, so I'm just gonna start because I wish I could wait for everybody to come on here, but I can't right now because I'm on break and my break isn't that long. So like I said, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are already subscribed, for those of you who are new, welcome. This is the Nursing with Key Q&A. I get questions from you guys all the time, and so I wanted to take the time to reach out to you guys and answer those questions. I have a comment here from It's Layla's Life. Hey Key, what's up Layla? So yeah, I have some questions that I noted on that I got from some of you guys. If you guys have any questions that you guys want to comment here, I'll answer them if I have the time. But right now I have a 30-minute break and I'm trying to eat at the same time, so bear with me, all right? That is, do I plan on furthering my education? And so do I want to become an ADN or a BSN next? Sorry guys, I'm at work. This is where I'm in scrubs. I'm sorry for coming on here late. I'm kind of delayed, but to that question, I for sure want to further my education and become an RN. Like I said, here in Canada, there are not many private. It's your girl Kay. Wow, you came right on time because the next question is from you. It says, how did you handle bills in nursing school, and did you have a dating life? As for bills, I still live at home with mom and dad, so I don't really have a lot of bills to handle. I did work part-time while I was in school, so I worked mainly weekends. So that's how I handled the little bills that I had to handle, but I didn't have anything major to handle. And did I have a dating life? Yes, I did. I was in a long distance relationship. I actually have a video about that, so if you guys want to see that, go check it out, the boyfriend tag video. So yes, I did have a dating life in nursing school, and that's that. Rosa asks, are you going through a nurse residency program? So the way America works is a little bit different. I'm not going through a residency program. The way it works here is you graduate from nursing school, you get a certificate that allows you to work as a pending licensed nurse. So you gain the title of a pending licensed nurse, and that is what I'm working. That's what I'm working as right now. Did you have to do ATI? Jazz Love says, did you have to do ATI? Once again, I'm not in the States, so ATI and T's and all these terms that you guys use, I don't even really know what they are. All I had to do was finish high school, and I had to have a certain grade in science and math, and I had to do an entrance exam. And once you pass those, you get into the LPN program. So yeah, I completely skipped past Rosa's question. Rosa's question was, are you going through a nurse residency program? No, I wouldn't call it that. I'm just working as a pending licensed nurse. That's the title that I have. That's the certificate that I'm working under right now. Emerald Parker. Guys, like I said, I'm on my lunch break, so I'm trying to eat at the same time. Emerald Parker says, would you consider moving to the USA, and how can a USA nurse move to Canada? Would I consider moving to the USA? No, not really. I actually love Canada. Everything is pretty much free. I mean, school is extremely cheap. I heard of people paying tens and thousands of dollars for the LPN program. I paid $800 for my LPN program. That is it. And that included my books, and it included my uniform. So that's that. So no, I would not consider moving to the USA. I'm not really fond of the USA. Honestly, this is not to offend any American. I love America, but America's really scary right now. And yeah, I like living in Canada. I love the country. I love the fact that we have free healthcare. I love the fact that schooling is pretty much free. I really believe that Canada is the real land of opportunity. They say that America's the land of opportunity, but they're making it hella hard for anybody to succeed over there. So no, I'm gonna stay over here. It's your girl Kayla, and Layla says $800. What the fuck? Yeah, $800 is what I paid. That was the total for my program, books and uniform included. 2-year program. We have a question from Oyinade Ongufora. Come to the north. Yeah, so how do you keep your mind and body healthy? This is from Tillaloops. How do I keep my mind and body healthy? Girl, I'm so deep into my spiritual journey right now. I am meditating like crazy. I am saying my I am affirmations. I am using my sage, my Palo Santo, and I'm smudging and cleansing my aura, cleansing my room. Especially when you work in a field such as nursing where you are constantly dealing with people who are sick, with people who are, hurting. Oh my God. Okay, I hope you guys can hear me. Comment down below if you guys can hear me. The connection kind of went out for a second. Let me know if you guys can hear me before I continue. Okay, I think you guys can hear me. So yeah, I'm smudging with my sage, with my Palo Santo. I'm using crystals and charging my crystals in the moon, in the sun. Girl, I'm deep into my spiritual journey. So that is really how I'm keeping my mind healthy. As for the gym, I'm just trying to as for the gym, as for my body, I'm just trying to do exercise here and there. I'm walking here and there, biking to the water, stuff like that. I'm not like a huge gym freak or anything like that, but that's pretty much what I'm doing when it comes to my body. Lilin Muende says, what are the differences you have noticed between being in nursing school and working as a nurse? Girl, nothing is done by the book. When you are in nursing school, they want everything to be done by the book. When you're out in the field, everybody just does whatever they want to do the way they want to do it, and nobody tells you anything about it. I feel like when it comes to nursing school, sometimes they want you to do things that are a little bit unrealistic. When you have 30 patients to yourself, you don't have the time to do things the way they teach you to in nursing school. So you kind of develop your own little techniques and your own little ways to do things, get things done fast and efficiently without putting anybody's life in danger. So when you go out in the fields and you're by yourself, you're going to see that it's very different. Okay. Noramise says, what's the tuition? Like I just explained a couple minutes ago, I paid $800 for my program in total. $800 for everything, books and uniform included. Drifter Maha says, how is nursing in Canada? I don't really think I'm assuming it's not that different to where you are. Nursing is nursing no matter where you go, honestly. His young queen, hello Key. Hello. Tillaloop says, is it true that there are paranormal activities in the hospitals and clinics? That is so funny because just before my break I was telling the CNA that's working with me that I think there's ghosts in the facility, because there are two people who, I don't know if you guys heard this, but they say that in facilities people die in threes, and it's really true. There are 3 people who died in this facility in a span of, I think, 2 weeks, and the call bells just keep ringing in those rooms even though the rooms are empty. So I don't know what's going on, but see, this is why you have to sage and smudge and meditate and do all of that stuff. Take your spiritual baths and all of that. If you guys want to see a video on how I do that, how I cleanse my aura, let me know, because it is really important. No matter who you are in the field, MA, CNA, nurse, doctor, you need to cleanse your aura, man, because there are just so many things going on. His young queen, we start head to toe assessment Monday. Do you have any suggestions for my first time doing a head to toe assessment? Literally start from the head, go down to the toes. When you think about head, you're thinking brain, right? You're thinking level of consciousness. Is the person oriented to time, to person, place, time? When you go down to the chest area, you're thinking cardiovascular and respiratory system. You're thinking the heart, you're thinking the lungs. Is the person breathing? What's the person's O2? What's the person's pulse? That's really all it is. Like, people just think about it way too deep. What's in the head? The brain. How do you see if the brain is functioning properly? What's down here? Heart and lungs. How do you see if that's functioning properly? What's down here? You have intestines, you have the digestive system. Is the person, when was the last time the person had a BM? Is the person's stomach distended? Is the person complaining of abdominal pain? Depending on where you live, you can auscultate bowel sounds, listen to bowel sounds, depending on where you live. So that can change. And you just work your way down to the toes, right? It's really not that hard. Just start from the head and work your way down to the toes. If you're working in post-op, you're definitely looking for, since in post-op it's people who came from surgery, a lot of them are under anesthesia, and anesthesia can weaken your muscles, another thing is respiratory depression. So you really want to focus on the lungs, you want to focus on the wound site. What does the wound look like? What does the dressing look like? Is there blood? Is there any type of discharge? What does the discharge look like? Is the area red? Is it warm? Is the person able to move? CTSM, right? Color, temperature, sensation, movement, things like that. So that's really all I have to say about head to toe assessments. It's your girl K. What I do is go by body system. That's really all it is. Tululup says, what are your hobbies and what do you do for fun? What are my hobbies? My hobby is to sing. I used to sing. I do sing, just not seriously anymore. Nursing kind of took over my life, and that was kind of just a lost dream. And I was a dancer, so I do dance sometimes for fun. What else? I do YouTube videos for fun. And what else? I like to travel. I love traveling. Have you guys seen my Iceland vlog? If you guys have not seen my Iceland vlog, what are you guys doing? Go check that vlog out. But yeah, travel, dance, music. That's pretty much what I like to do for fun. And YouTube. Jeffrey says, how do you manage your time? Do you have some tips or suggestions? How do I manage my time? Honestly, the best way to handle your time is to not overload yourself with anything. I mean, if you're in school, school is your priority. I know that it could be a little bit hard to say, especially for those of you who live on your own and who are paying your own bills. I'm not in that situation, so I can't give advice for that. But if you're in my situation where you're still living at home and you're trying to balance work and school, school is your priority. If you have to drop some hours, if you don't have no bills to pay and you're still living at home and you have nothing really to stress about, school is your priority. Everything else comes after. So prioritize what's important. And if you have the time to stick little things in your schedule here and there, then do that. But if not, everything else has to go. Your girl Kay says, yes, I saw your Iceland vlog. That is definitely something I added to my list of ish I want to do once I graduate. I never thought of going there before your vlog. Yeah, honestly, Iceland isn't really the most popular place right now, but it's so damn beautiful. So worth it. It's expensive though. Maxed out my credit card in like 5 days. So I think I paid like $15 for a pack of bacon. It's that expensive. Is it worth it though? Yes, but you cannot go to Iceland for over a week. You will go bankrupt. Top tips for nursing school and exams. Go to class, listen, take notes, partake, study. If you do those things, you should not have any issues. Go to class. Don't think that you could stay home and skip classes and everything will be easy. No. Go to class, ask questions, participate, take notes. And when you're taking notes, take notes of the things that you don't understand. If you're this shy type and you're not really the type of person who likes to ask too many questions in class, take a note of it and go see your teacher after school and have a one-on-one with your teacher. But you have to ask questions because, like, how are you gonna figure anything out? Tilaloop says, your favorite song currently. Sing it. Girl, bye. Are you gonna put me on the spot like that? Absolutely not. I'll think about it though. Maybe I'll make a video one day. Jessica says, hey friend, are you still working 2 jobs? I remember you dropping one. If so, how are you balancing it? Like with shifts, split scheduling and balancing your free time. Okay, so Currently, I'm working in a private facility. A private facility is a facility that is privately owned. It is not owned by the government. In private facilities, usually you do not really have much benefits. You don't really have anything. You just get your money and that's it. In government facilities, you get a bunch of benefits, you get insurance. Like I said, healthcare is 100% free in Canada, but sometimes you have to pay for certain medications. So for example, if you get an infection and the doctor prescribes antibiotics, if you're over the age of 18, they do usually charge you the difference. It's usually a couple dollars. It's never over $20 really. But I get that covered for working in a public facility. I get dental covered, I get optometry covered, and I get paid vacation days, all kinds of things, all types of benefits from working in public. In public, I was working as a CNA, right? That's where I was working. I was working for like one of the best universities in Canada. You know, I was there to get my foot in the door. When I got hired by them, they told me that once I finished nursing school, they would give me a nursing position so that, you know, I could start working as a nurse or a pending licensed nurse once I graduate. Once I finished nursing school and I gave them all the papers proving that I did complete my program, they started giving me a whole bunch of problems and telling me a whole bunch of issue about how they could not get me a position for XYZ reason. Now, that hospital has like 5 branches. They were trying to tell me that there was no way there was no place for me at all, not even on recall list, even though I had seniority there to have me work as a nurse. So I am still working as a CNA there, but I only work there 4 days a month. I give them the bare minimum. They're giving me the bare minimum, while I'm giving them the bare minimum right back. And the only days I'm required to work is 1 weekend on 2. I can choose to take more days if I want to. If they call me and offer me more days, I can accept those. But they're giving me the minimum right now, and I'm giving them the bare minimum too, specifically because I don't want to lose my seniority and I do want to keep the benefits because I'm not getting them in this facility. But I only work 4 days a month there, and I fill in my hours here. So that is how I'm balancing my 2 jobs. Okay. So I'm going to wait for you guys to have more questions, and I'm going to keep answering these questions right here. Yuxin Lin said, how do I handle patients' death? How do you handle patients' deaths when you're close to them? And what inspired me, and she wants to know what inspired me to become a nurse and what's the craziest thing that's happened to me during my nursing career. How do I handle patients' deaths? Most of the times when patients die, when my patients die, it's because they're really, really sick. And I hate seeing my patients really, really sick and suffering. And I'm not gonna say that it's not sad seeing them go, but sometimes you just think to yourself, like, they're probably better off that way. It's easier to see them go than to see them stay because they're in so much pain. You know, they're going through so much, and it's like you don't want to see your patients like that. So when they go, even though it's sad, it really depends on how you look at the situation. I don't really look at it as something like I don't really look at it as a loss. It's like, yes, I lost somebody that I cared about, that I liked, that I grew a connection with, but at the same time, it's like they really are in a better place now. So what inspired me to become a nurse? I always wanted to become a nurse. It was something that was in the back of my mind for a long time, but what really gave me that last push, I was in an incident. I was stabbed 3 times. I was in a hospital, got really, really sick, and I met a nurse who was awesome. I was stressing about not being able to get into the RN program because there were some prerequisites I didn't really have. I was in college wasting my time doing social sciences. I didn't really want to go back and do my, advanced science, my advanced math. I just wanted a quick way to get in right now, right away. And she was an LPN. I had no idea what an LPN was, and she kind of educated me on what LPNs are and advised me to, go check it out. I did my research. I had everything I needed. Only thing I needed to do was my entrance exam. I took a shot, did my entrance exam, got in, and the rest is history. That's that. And the craziest thing that's happened to me in my nurse career, can't really think of anything right now, but I'll come back to it. So his young queen says that's messed up. They can't find you a nursing position, but at least you only have to work 4 days a month. Yeah. Donisha said, do you like working in the hospital or long-term care facility best? Personally, I like working in long-term care. It's not that I dislike working in acute care, but in the facility that I work at, I'm the only nurse here. Me and the head nurse. The head nurse is in her office, in her own little world, doing whatever. And I get to work independently. And I love that because there's no drama. For those of you who are nursing, you guys know that nursing is the cattiest field out there. It's a female field, a lot of females, and where there is a lot of females, there's a lot of drama, and I hate it. I can't deal with the drama. So I like where I work because I have more independence. I get to work independently. When you look at LPNs who work in long-term care facilities, they are damn near RNs. There is no, well, depending on where you live or where you work, but there is no RN in the building to tell me, you know, for me to go and ask for a second opinion. I'm really the one doing all the critical thinking. I'm really the one who's the boss, pretty much, during my shift. And there's no drama for me to deal with, so long-term care for sure. Charlotte says, Charlotte Weekly says, it's nice listening to you, but my break is over. I gotta go. Girl, I understand. No offense taken. Thank you for signing in, for tuning in anyway. Rocky Rose says, how much does the LPN program cost in Canada? I can't speak for the whole of Canada, but for where I live, like I mentioned in the beginning of the video, I paid $800 total for the entire program, uniform and books included. $800. You heard me right. Kiara Ward, hey, name twin. My name is Kiara too. Just add an E in there somewhere. Are you an LPN or an RN? I am an LPN. And I'm not even an L. The L isn't even in my PN yet because I'm not even licensed. I'm waiting to write the board exam. I'm working as what we call a CEPIA in French, candidate à la profession de l'infirmière auxiliaire. It means pending license, auxiliary nurse, or practical nurse. Yasmin, advice for new nursing students, studying tips in the and managing the stress. Advice for new nursing students, study tips. Okay, study tips. What study tips do I have? Oh my God. I know I have study tips because I've made study tip videos, but for some reason I can't think of them now. So I'm just going to refer you back to those videos. I have 2 study tip videos and 1 how to ace your clinical video. So definitely go check that out. And time management and stress. Like I said, for stress, you really have to, once you walk out of the facility that you work at, you really have to leave, like what happened that day, you have to leave it at the hospital. You cannot go home with your stress, you cannot go home with the burden of what you suffered that day. Leave it at the door of the hospital, excuse me. Don't think about it anymore. Let it go. Like I said, I've been deep into my whole spirituality journey. I've been smudging and saging, using sage, using Palo Santo, using crystals, meditating, sitting in the moon, sitting in the sun, you know, trying to really like clear that energy, that negative energy, clear my aura and keep my mind in a positive space, because if you do not, you will go crazy in this field. So like I said, if you guys want a video on that, let me know. Rocky Rose says, dang, I'm moving to Canada. Denisha said, what? My program is $27K, girl. See, this is why you guys have to move to Canada. I'm telling you guys, don't sleep on Canada. This is the real land of opportunity, okay? This is the real land of opportunity. DJ Donnelly says, do you think it's ironic when nurses tell you not to smoke, but when you go out, you see them smoking in the parking lot? Yeah. I mean, just because I'm doing something bad doesn't mean I don't know it's bad, right? So it's like, I know that what I'm doing is bad. And if I care about you, I'm going to tell you not to do it. But just because I'm doing it doesn't mean you should do it too. So it's like, yes, it's a little bit hypocrite, but at the same time, they're not lying, right? At least they're telling you the truth. DDC says, what got you through med-surg? Med-surg was the funnest clinical ever, girl. It was the funnest clinical ever. I felt like I was actually, starting to really use my critical thinking. I got a lot of practice. We were doing blood draws like crazy. I was doing catheters like crazy. And by the time you get to med surg, if your program works like mine, you start working a little bit more independently. And that's when you really start feeling like a nurse. So med surg wasn't hard for me. I mean, it was challenging, but it was extremely fun. So, and when you enjoy what you're doing, you don't really like look at it as a negative thing. DJ Donnelly says, are YouTube doctors legit? I don't know. You're going to have to ask them to see their license. I have no idea. Jessica says, mine was 7,500. I need to move there when I go back for my RN. Sheesh. Yeah, you do. You should. Rocky Rose says, that's insane. America's hella expensive. Hell yeah, it is. Oyinade Oguforowa, are you Yoruba? Obviously, you're Yoruba. I know you're Yoruba, and I know that because my dad is Nigerian and he's Yoruba too. Fun fact. My Nigerian name is Oluwakemi Ilemobola. Yay, thank God I didn't miss this. I want to know how you studied in nursing school. Like I said, that's like really there's too much information for me to give, and my break is like done in like 5 minutes. So I'm going to refer you back to 2 videos. I'm going to leave them in the description of this video once I end this video. And you guys can go check out those videos. I think I have 3 videos on how I studied in nursing school. Yes, Young Queen says, yes, I need a video on cleansing negativity. That would be perfect. I'm on it. Oyinade says, starting LPN school this September. Everybody send all the love, all the positive energy to Oyinade so that she can, thrive and, do well on this nursing journey and hopefully eventually become a nurse. Kiara says, thank God, thank you, name twin. You are so inspiring. And I just be moving from California to Canada real soon. Yeah, come through. It's Layla's Life said, I love your Nigerian name. Thank you. Rocky Rose says, good luck. Layla says, starting my AS nursing program on Monday. And I guess to her too, send her all the positivity. Everybody wish them good luck. I wish you guys the best of luck. I hope that I will soon be able to start the BSN program. The only requirement for LPNs over here to get into the RN program, some RN programs or some BSN programs require you to have some type of math and science, but the school that I want to go to, the only requirement is 1 year of working experience as a licensed practical nurse. And yeah, that's what I'm aiming towards. So yeah. Okay, guys, I have a little special announcement that I want to make before I sign out. I did launch a brand, and this brand is specifically for nursing students. This is supposed to help you guys through nursing school. For those of you who were talking about, positivity and all of that, I have something that's going to help you guys with positivity, staying positive in nursing school, staying positive even if you are a nurse, because like I said, working in a facility can drive you crazy. It can drive you crazy. Like I said, you are in an environment where people are at their most vulnerable states. They are sad, they are mad, they are depressed. There's a lot of negative energy in the air in hospitals. And so I created something that is supposed to help you refocus your mind, refocus your energy on the positives in your life. I can't yet tell you guys what it is, but it's going to be coming out real soon. So let me know about, so stay tuned for that. And also, I also released something that's supposed to help all the nursing students on clinicals as well as CNAs. It's something that's supposed to make it a little bit easier for you guys. I didn't lie when I said I was out here to help. I'm really out here trying to help you guys because I know how hard nursing school can be. So that's that. Oyinade says, yeah, I'm Yoruba. You told me you were Nigerian when I sent you a DM on Instagram. Oh, okay. Sorry. I don't remember that. Mela Moreau says, can you please tell us the difference between CNA and the LPN? I have a video on that. One of my last videos was, are LPNs truly glorified CNAs? And it basically talks about the difference between the tasks, the job description, scope of practice of a CNA and an LPN. So definitely go check that out. Borderline, a CNA is a nursing assistant and an LPN is a nurse. which means the CNA is there to assist the LPN, or the RN, which means they are completely different. But if you really want to know the exact difference between the two, go check that video out. Are LPNs truly glorified nurses? Glorified CNAs, sorry. I'm going to answer these last few questions and I'm going to have to sign off, guys. Tilaloop says, do a fun fact video about you. I'm learning a lot about you aside from nursing. Okay? I'll keep that in mind. DJ Donnelly says, what made you want to become a nurse? Like I said, I was in a life-changing situation. I ended up getting stabbed 3 times. I ended up really sick. I was in the hospital, met a nurse. It was something that was in my mind. I was contemplating between the military and nursing. And I met a nurse who educated me about the LPN program because it's not something I knew about. She taught me about the LPN program. I did my research and I had everything I needed already set to go. The only thing I had to do was write my entrance exam, which I did. I passed, and the rest is history. DDC says, what is the weather like in Canada? I might have to move there too. Well, it's really different. Where I live, in the winter, we could go all the way up to -40. With 40, sometimes 50, and in really bad cases, 60 centimeters of snow. But if you go on the West Coast, like British Columbia, there's like 2 centimeters of snow, and it doesn't really get that cold. So it really depends on where you live, but it is cold in the winter. Nadia says, you're so inspiring. You guys say that all the time, and you guys make me blush. Thank you guys so much. Thank you. Yasmin says, is nursing school similar to the job? I answered that in the beginning of the video. Nursing school is very realistic. Nursing school is very unrealistic in terms of what they teach you, because the things that they teach you and the way they want you to do things in nursing school is not realistic when you actually get on the job. It's almost impossible to manage to do the things that they want you to do the way they want you to do it when you have 30 patients and you're by yourself. So no, I would say that it's not the same at all. And Barb's Crazy Life says, hey, from Florida, South Side. You all the way in the South, like South. Hello. It's really nice to see that you guys are so far away and you guys are still able to find me. Isn't that crazy? Okay, so my break is ending. I have one question for you guys. When is the best time for me to post videos? Like, when are you guys usually signed in? Do you guys look at YouTube when you guys first wake up in the morning? Do you guys look at YouTube when you, like, on your lunch break? Do you guys look at YouTube, after work around 3, 4? Or do you guys come on YouTube when you guys are, like, in bed after showering and stuff around 8 o'clock at night? Let me know. I really want to know this. Answer this question before I sign off. Y'all really gonna sit there and ignore me? Rocky Rose says, I look at the evening. Danisha says nighttime. Barbie Crazy Life says night. All right. Yasmin says night, evening, night. DDC says evening, night. Meow says night. Jessica says evening, nights, weekends for me, but almost every day. In the evening. Okay, so everybody's pretty much evening, night. All right. It's 6:07 right now. Yeah, that's the time here too. I watch on my lunch break at night. Okay. In Michigan. My boo's in Michigan. Well, my on hold boo right now, because he just be wildin'. But he's in Michigan. I was in Ipsy like almost every frigging month. We got NYC in the building. I come to New York City pretty often too. What else we got? Phone's on 10%, guys. Rocky Rose said, girl, he lucky to have you. You need to go tell him that. You need to go tell him that. Rocky Rose says, I'm in Grand Rapids. I don't know why, but I feel like that's really far from where he lives. George from Miami. We got Florida again. Donisha said, good night, y'all. She gotta go. New Orleans. I need to come to New Orleans and get that good Cajun food. Y'all gotta have, you guys have like an abundance of seafood, and I love me some seafood. Layla says, definitely supporting. Thanks for doing this video. I'm in Tennessee, Toledo, Ohio, after 5 p.m. Eastern time. All right. I think this video was a success. I think this video was a real success. And honestly, I wish I could stay on here with you guys. I know a lot of you guys have to go back to work. And so do I, unfortunately. I have to go back up there and deal with, you know, Columbus, Ohio. I think OH is Ohio, right? Yeah. Oh, I was in Cleveland not too long ago. So is he moving to Canada, lol, or are you coming to Michigan? I'm not coming to the States, girl. The States is crazy. I am not coming to the States. He's gonna have to come up here if he wants to be with me. It's not happening. Anyway, like I said, this was a successful video. I really appreciate all of you guys signing on. And yeah, I hope to see you guys in my next video. If you guys have any other video suggestions, or if you guys want me to keep doing live videos, maybe we can make this like a weekly thing where I do this once a week or something. Yasmin says, where are you going to live again? Going to live. I mean, I'm not moving. I'm staying in Canada. I'm not moving anywhere. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I gotta go back to work, unfortunately, guys, but money has to be made. So thank you guys for signing in, and I really hope to see you guys in my next video. Bye.